Well, see, there is no, presuming that you have a volunteer, to participate, with your education, or, for instance, you might say, or just presuming, you know, there is no presuming. What is presuming? That's very dangerous to begin with. So I don't think that anybody had taught anybody they should be presuming, about other people. To presume, that's something that you could think about. And so it just takes us to this conversation right now. It takes us to this conversation about Lazarus, and that by taking care of Lazarus, that you're, what is it? What is it? You need to heal the wounds of this person, or you need to heal the wounds of Lazarus. You need to heal the wounds of both people. I think that when you could very easily be wrong about something, like with your professionalism or your vocation, you could very easily be wrong about something. For instance, that does not therefore indicate that you could very easily be right. That you could very easily be wrong and you could very easily be right. So where is my professional? You know what I mean? That you could very easily be wrong about something or somebody. For instance, you might say, if you're trying to stay on track, well, what do you mean? Of course, that's very easy to understand, that you could very easily be wrong about something. And any type of professionalism. What is professionalism? Is it malarkey? No. Is it anything? Is it professionalism? That you could very easily be wrong about something, or you could very easily be wrong about somebody. You know what I mean? And so there's maybe how we get into that conversation about the female professional, talking about the aggressiveness, or just being aggressive. That a justification could be difficult to achieve, that justification, if you really are a professional. That it's not just professional justifications. You're talking about a justification that you would achieve as a professional. You know what I mean? And so, what is the reason for having the citizens to illustrate professionalism? You know what I mean? This conversation, that an average citizen could actually illustrate, something about professionalism, or that they themselves would not be a professional, if they did not illustrate or make explanation about the boundaries and the rules and the explanation of professionalism. And so this second person, this person being spoken to, now I have that for myself, and I had been chosen for that, even though I was not actually a professional. You know what I mean? Well, I was not doing anything professional. I was homeless. And so it could be very difficult to achieve a justification. If you are going to achieve a justification, like justification of what? That it would not be extremely easy to come by. You know, your justifications, you know. If you get into the subject of a justification, if I'm working in a fast food restaurant and you know, these are the fries and I make the fries or I wash the dishes, like, you don't always need a justification for something that you're doing, like, even in the restaurant, like, but you might like need a justification if you were going to go out and speak to the customer. You know what I mean? And so in the restaurant, that's interesting because the burden of responsibility that the company has is taking a risk on the employees that are working for the company. They're not taking a risk on the customers. Why are the employees taking a risk on the customers? You see, the employees are not taking a risk on the customers. The company is taking a risk on their employees. You see what I mean? And if they were going to say that the company is taking a risk on the customers, they don't have that yet. That's for the company. You talk to the company, you say, I feel like that we're actually taking a risk, like, on the customers, man. You know, that like somebody deserves to be paid more money or something, I don't know. But these are these backward conversations that we're getting into. You know what I mean? And it's just for the benefit of that, really it's just for the benefit of that missing information that we're actually illustrating, that I could supply us with that missing information